Good day and welcome to our online training center. In this video, you will learn how to create a customer. We will create the customer by creating a BP first. But before we start, please make sure you have the following already set up: customer categories, accounting codes, price lists, if you have the customer ordering from a specific price list, and statistical groups. This is for reporting purposes. Once you are logged in, you can go to Common Data, BPs and BPs. Select the customer category. We will select ZAC for South African customers and enter the BP code. Let's make it CUS001. Tab. The short description will be the same as our BP code. You can type in an acronym if you like, and the name will be the name of the company. In our case, let's make it JERA customer. You can select a physical person and enter the name of that person, and select the country. It will be South African and the language will be English. You can type in the site tax ID number of the customer, the EU VAT number, SIC code, and make sure the currency is correct for that specific customer. You can click if you want this customer to be an intersite customer. You can click the roles you want this customer to have. Note that the customer is not yet ticked because we are only creating the BP. Once the BP is created and we select for this BP to be a customer, the customer tick box will be ticked. Click on the Addresses tab. You have to have at least one address. We'll make a physical address. Let's make it 234 Olivia Road, Boksburg, 1459, and the city will be Boksburg. The website, let's make it jera@customer.co.za just for training purposes. Tick if you want this address to be your default address or not. You are allowed to have more than one address, and whichever address you like to be your default one, just tick it on that address code. Type in the landline, fax, mobile numbers, email addresses if you want for extra information for this customer. Go to the accounting tab. Because we selected the ZAC category, the accounting code is automatically filled. You are allowed to change this, but only when we select for this BP to be a customer. The rest of the fields I will not spend any time explaining, as this is not important. The bank ID. So the address will pull through automatically. The bank ID number is your bank number. Let's make it 409-785-6412. It's the default one. The currency will be ZAR. The paying bank is ABSA. Beneficiary is JERA customer. No intermediary bank. And make sure the country is South Africa. Contacts. Put in a contact code 03. Let's make it Andrews and Archie is the CEO, and you can type in the rest of the information if you like to be more thorough. I will only put in an email address, so let's make it archie.andrews@customer.co.za. You can type in a telephone address, fax or mobile number, and this will be our default contact. You can add more than one contact if you want to. And let's click on the BP Company tab. The company this customer belongs to is ZA10, a company that is previously created, and we will be doing all training in that company. Customer tax rule. This should also be previously set up, but this will be done by your resellers. ZA domestic, and the payment terms also set up beforehand. Let's make it ZA 30 days net of invoice date. No discount for this customer. Accounting code is local, which we already know. And we're done with creating the BP. When you are happy with all the information entered in all the tabs, you can click on Create. The record has been created. Now, you have to choose if this BP will be a customer, a supplier, a carrier, a sales rep, or a prospect customer. So in our case, we want this to be a customer. Click on New. It's a ZAC, and it picks up our latest created BP. Tab through the field so that it can fill automatically. Note the customer is still not ticked. Once we click on Create, then the customer will be ticked. Click on the Address tab. Address is already filled in. Commercial. Click on the ABC class to specify if your customer is a frequent customer or a not so frequent customer. Type in the minimum order for this customer. Do you allow the order to close for this customer? Is loan authorization allowed? And is it one order per delivery or not? Partial delivery, select if it is allowed, or if it should be if the ship line is complete, or if ship order is complete. The price amount, is it exclusive of tax or inclusive? Invoicing, freight invoicing, should it be invoiced, not invoiced, or until threshold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? We'll leave it at invoiced. Invoicing mode, is it 1 per shipment or 1 per closed order, 1 per order, 1 per ship to, 1 per period, or manual? We'll leave it at 1 per shipment. Invoicing period, should it be on request, daily, weekly, a 10-day period, 2-week period, or monthly? We'll leave it at request. Invoicing term, there's no records to select. This can be set up beforehand. The due date origin will be from the invoice date. And the sales rep, you can enter here all the details. There will be no discount for this customer, so we'll leave that blank. Management, customer is normal. Our supplier number, you can enter the supplier number for this customer here. The credit, enter the credit details. Authorized credit, you can enter an amount of, say, 5,000 Rand. And you can enter all the below details if you like. It is not so important and is not necessary to enter. Here you can enter the statistical groups for this customer, as it will help with reporting purposes. Click on the Financial tab. The customer that will be bold is our customer code. The address is the default address we selected. It belongs to the group customer CUS 001. The customer walking the risk is CUS001, and the amount being paid by will be the customer, our CUS001, accounting code pulled through from the BP, which is local, and you see here you are allowed to change it if you like. Here you can enter the tax rule. It is a mandatory field. Look at the star next to it, as well as payment term is a mandatory field. Tax rule, click on the search button. Tax rule will be for South Africa, and we made it ZA DOM, remember in our previous BP creation. The payment term we also already selected, and it was for ZAF legislation. And we made it 30 days net invoice date. Okay. If there's any of the following fields you'd like to enter or fill in, you are more than welcome to, but it is not mandatory, and we will leave it. Click on the ship to customer. The address code is 1. This is the customer the items or the product will be shipped to. Okay, all details of this customer is typed in and it is correct. Make sure it is correct. Nothing is mandatory, so you can just leave it as is and click on the bank ID tab. Make sure the banking details are correct. And you can click on the contacts tab. See, it's Mr. Andrews, Archie Andrews, and all detailed entered is still here. You can add if you want. When you're happy again with all the information entered in the tabs, you can click on create. Go back to the identity tab, scroll down, and note the customer tick box is ticked. It means that the BP is now linked to a customer role. Okay, you have successfully created a customer in Sage, and if there's any further queries regarding creating a customer, please feel free to contact us at support@jera.co.za, and we will be happy to assist. Thank you.